Why you look so black? Huh?
Black.
You're so black. Take this squiggly thing from the front of your head. Right, wait. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lady.
Look at it, he's looking at you.
I'm actually recording.
Oh, sorry. That's it.
I'll do that again. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lady T here. So, okay, today's video, I'm sure a lot of you have already seen either the last 2 or the last 3, where I firstly started talking about having a child before marriage. Right, he did it himself.
Yeah.
Enjoy the video.
I don't want to be this dark.
But that's how black you are, so how are we going to change it?
See, when I go closer, I look nice. Maybe I should just look at them like this.
Welcome back to my channel. It's Lady T here. As I did in the intro, I'm talking to this guy today. Oh yeah, the usual jazz. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment down below so that you can see more videos without him in it. But anyway, so however, a couple of months ago I decided to do a video about me having a child before marriage. And it got a few people's eyes wagging, or is it eyes wagging or tails wagging, whatever. It got people a bit wagging, oh, she had a child before marriage, what will people say? And yes, I did have a child before marriage, and it was Tariq, my husband's son. So I did a video about that. If you haven't seen it, check it out and have a watch. Then after that, I also had my husband Tariq come and give his version and his perspective on meeting me and having a child, and his expectations of me, or what we would have turned out to be because he had a child. If you haven't watched that video, check it out on my channel. Then I also did another video with my mum, because from the video that I did, a lot of people commented, because one of the things I said was, my mum said, when I told her about Tariq, she was like, yeah, and isn't Tokes allowed to love again and have another relationship and do whatever? That it's not a hindrance. So a lot of people were like, oh my god, your mom's got quite a liberal attitude. And I was like, okay, you know what, let me let the old lady say her bit and say it her way. So I did another video. Check it out if you haven't seen it as well. And now it feels like I'm introducing some superstar to my channel, like, not like, this is, as in, no. So I'm not introducing no superstar, but now, I just thought it's only fair that I sit and have a chat with Tariq himself. And I'll tell you now, nothing has been planned, nothing has been staged, I've not coerced him into saying anything. Trust me, you'll soon notice this kid can talk. What did you study in college again?
Psychology.
So doing that course makes him think that he knows how to psychoanalyze and talk story. So you will notice that even if I wanted to give him the things to say, brother man's just gonna say it how it is. But anyway, so I wanted Tariq to talk, and to be honest, and the truth be told, I've not actually had a conversation like this with Tariq since Tariq came into our home officially in 2014. So it'll be quite interesting, his perspective. Some of the edits might not make the channel if I'm not happy with what he's gonna say. So let's see how it goes. Tariq. Okay, so how far do I take it back? Let's take it back to, okay, so you were based in Nigeria, dad was here, you spent a lot of time in Nigeria going to Granddad, which is Tokes' dad's, with the family, and your dad was obviously very much in contact with you, you know, living, you know, being your dad, but from afar. And when he'd come on holiday, he'd spend time with you, take you out and treat you and all that jazz. Okay, we know all of that. So it came to, I think, the summer of 2013, and Malachi was going to be 1. Actually, no. Let's take it completely back. When did you find out that I existed?
Oh yeah, so I went to visit my granddad, and then I saw a picture of you and my dad on the wall, and I was like, who's that woman? And they're like, oh, that's his wife.
Okay, so I think, let me just put a bit of a stopgap in there. I guess, actually, 1 second. Tokes! Just come and say your bit.
After she finished telling me I look black.
Okay, sit up, you gotta sit up. Okay, so I've just called Tokes. This looks nice and cozy. Sorry. So basically, I've just called Tokes so that Tokes could give his, not side, but Tariq just said he came to the house in Nigeria, saw a picture on the wall of us married, and was like, who is this? Daddy?
Mommy.
Nah, so I mean, cut the long story short. So I mean, I thought about it for a while. How do I tell Tariq at that age? So if I'm not mistaken, I think Tariq was probably about, Tariq was about 7, I was 7 years old then. Do you call a 7-year-old kid who is not in the UK on ground with us and start telling him about a wedding that's gonna happen that obviously he's not gonna be around during the wedding? So I think based on that, I think with a combination of what do I do, what do I not do, my decision, and it's a personal choice. Some people wouldn't do otherwise, but I decided I'll tell Tariq about the marriage or the wedding when I thought the time was right. So hence, didn't see a need to tell him. He was happy. You know, I'd made up my mind what that me getting married was never gonna affect Tariq in any way. So
okay, so hang on 1 second. So you see it on the wall, you say, who's that woman? Then Granddad says, oh, that is your daddy and your what is it? What did Granddad say?
Granddad will be watching this one, so you're
yeah, but that's
king of him.
That is your. Well, Granddad doesn't exactly talk like this, does he? Okay, so Granddad will say, oh, that's your daddy and his wife. How did you feel?
I mean, like, I didn't understand.
7 years old.
Yeah, you didn't have. I know.
I didn't really understand, but I was like,
But maybe you did as a kid. We always assume kids don't
understand.
Maybe you did.
So you just thought, okay, daddy and his girlfriend. Okay, cool, whatever. Then you happily go back to Abuja and continue living your life. Obviously, dad is in very much a lot of contact with you and all sorts. Then, so we married 2008.
Yep.
Then 5 years later, 2013, we were having the first birthday of Malachi. So earlier in that year, Tokes had said, I want Tariq to come on holiday. So how did you tell Tariq? Or did you just tell him?
Well, it's kind of try to keep it as a surprise. I think because Granddad was always having him doing his school holidays. So I'd spoken to Granddad anyway and said, Dad, I'm buying Tariq's ticket, you know, I want him to come over. Yeah, and we already knew what was going to happen. I already got the time school was going to finish. And basically tickets was booked. I'm not sure we told him till...
Did you know? But
I didn't know.
Yeah, because it was meant to be a surprise. So I think a week before school finished, I think I'd spoken to his mom anyway and said, oh, Tariq, we want Tariq to come on holiday. And yeah, mom was fine about it. And yeah.
Okay, so mom, okay, we say we want you to come on holiday. You come, you're obviously excited because he's a proper school. I'm coming to London. And at this point, I'm gonna show one of the pictures of Tariq when he first came. Yeah, that's right, I said it. So Tariq comes to London for holiday. Dad goes and picks him up from the airport. We didn't come, I remember that. I was at home or whatever.
Actually,
No, I didn't
You
come.
flew yourself, right? Yeah. No,
Yes.
No, you came with Granddad.
Yeah, I came with Granddad.
Yeah.
Is
so
it?
He,
Yeah, I did.
he flew with Granddad.
Oh, okay.
Granddad was coming on summer holiday, so he did.
Okay, it was when you were
When I was
coming.
coming permanently, I
That's
went
what
by
you
myself.
came by yourself. Okay, so summer 2013, Grandad and Tariq come to London, get home. So when you got to this house, what did you think?
So we were like driving down like the street, like, and I was looking at the house and I was like, oh damn, like I'm going to see his house, da, 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 da. And then I remember when we stopped and got my stuff out of the car,
DJ
ran, and I just kept running straight because it was like no, like left, right, because you know you get into houses like there's a big place here, that big place there. And I just kept running straight. I'm like, right, there's no like left to right, and then next thing I was like, oh right, I'm in the kitchen already. And I saw you.
Yeah, that's
smaller than Nigeria.
Yeah, smaller than Nigeria house. Yeah, he literally just ran from the door bam,
to the
into the
kitchen,
kitchen.
And I saw you and I was like, oh yeah, man, bro. Da, da, da. I was excited.
I think one thing to also say as well is, and I think this is probably for dads as well, because I had kind of modeled a certain interaction, engagement with Tariq, to be really sincere, I was hoping and I was quite expectant that nothing he would have seen coming home would have been a surprise or a shock to him. It's different if, for example, someone's an absent father and then you're just learning to meet someone, right? You know, every year I go to Nigeria, I would factor my trips to Nigeria based on when Tariq's on holiday, and he would have flown to Lagos from Abuja. So he knew me, right? It's just like he didn't see me every day, you know, and phone conversations as well. So just to say, I think that helped quite a lot to break the ice, because yeah, there was nothing that he saw when he came that was like a shock. And like, let's not forget, as I said, right, the kid is 6-7 years old. So for me, as a parent, I made a personal choice to filter and manage whatever I said to him, the information I gave to him, just to make sure that he still lived his life as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, that's the way it worked out. And obviously, it's clear that 10 years, 12 years down the line, that was the right choice for me. You know.
Okay, so Tariq's here for her summer holidays. You see your brothers. Do you feel like a big brother? Then, not now.
Yeah, like their reactions made me feel like one, because they were like, oh, sweet, da, 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 da. And I was like, oh wow, like they're so tiny and stuff like that. But yeah,
Tariq, he didn't sound like this. He sounded so different. They're so tiny. What's okay? Bye. Okay, he's going. Bye. What's your name? My name is Tariq. That's how Tariq spoke. Tell me I'm lying. Eh?
huh?
So Tariq comes, we're here in the summer, and so we had the summer party, and then I guess at the party for Malachi's birthday, he was faced with loads of family members. But how did you feel? Because obviously you've come from Nigeria, and your time has been predominantly you and your mum, and your auntie and your grandma. Yeah, cool. But then you now come to the UK, and you're now faced with your dad, another mum, we'll get onto that in a second, 2 brothers, a granddad. You get to this party, loads of aunties, loads of uncles. How did you feel about, whoa, I've gone from having a smaller network of, 4-ish around me to now this herd of people?
At first it was kind of overwhelming, because it was like, oh, there's so many people
To get
how do
to
I
know.
react, yeah. And then you meet people, like you meet a certain uncle and they're like, oh, I remember you when you were a baby, do you remember me? And I'm like,
No, but okay.
and they're like, oh yeah, da, da, da. I knew this person, I met your dad here. And there was just so many people, and then it was just like, wow, it's surprising and stuff. But yeah, it felt good though, to meet the other side of my family and like meet so many people that, so yeah.
Okay, so back to the me and you. And now, how, for anybody to process that their parent, be it the man or the woman parent, has another partner, so that means that child has now got an extra mum or an extra dad. Personally, I think that's a big thing for anybody to process, because it's almost a case of, yeah, they've got potentially 2 sets of everything. or they will have 2 sets of everything at some point. So how did you feel as me now becoming this lady that you ran into the kitchen to see is now going to be your mum as well? How did you feel about that?
At first, it was like a battle within myself. Like, am I supposed to love one more than the other? Am I supposed to, like, who do I talk to if I have a problem here, whatever? And I think I spent most of the first couple months watching you and the kind of person you was. But obviously, I think when kids watch, they don't really say. It's like more like a subconscious thing that they're noticing things and watching things. So I'd watch a lot and see how to, or try to gauge how to react around you and how to tell you stuff. But once, it was kind of easy for me to open up to you as well, because we had a different relationship. It took me quite a while to open up to my dad more, but with you it was more easy. I could talk to you about stuff, and I think the fact that I could talk to you about, even if it was like a joke or whatever, the fact that I could talk to you about stuff made it easier for me to open up in different aspects and stuff like that. So
basically Tariq is basically saying that I'm a big kid. I was a big fool. That he could talk to me like a friend. That's what he's basically saying. That Bobby T's a big fool. But no. Tariq just made a point about it was a bit confusing as to whether he should love one more than the other. And you know what? He's 100% correct. And there is no right and wrong answer. And he will love us equally and differently, if that makes sense. Again, at that time of the year, he didn't know that he was coming to stay with us forever. So he must have just saw this lady, me, and think, oh yeah, I'm gonna love her for this holiday. Oh, she's all right. I'll love her for this holiday, kind of thing. And from my perspective as well, I guess just like Tariq is trying to find the balance, I'm trying to find the balance as well as, okay, so this kid has come to my home now. I'm not his mum, but then I'm not his friend, and neither am I his auntie. So I too had to find that balance of, okay, if I'm gonna take Tariq on as my son in my home, be it for the holiday for now, yes, we know that he moved later, but it would have just developed later. I needed to have the right mindset as to how I was gonna take Tariq. And the first thing I decided was I was gonna take him like my son, which hopefully the behaviors that I showed him helped to give him comfort in the relationship that he was going to build with me. So yes, agreed. He said that he felt a lot more relaxed to talk to me than he did to talk to his dad. To be honest, his dad's pretty scary. But I think that's dad's, and I think I used that to my advantage. That boys tend to lean towards their mummies a bit more. So I think I used that to my advantage, and I wasn't as his dad could be, and can still be, but I used that to my advantage because I wanted Tariq on my side, and if I knew this was what there was a long-term plan in Tariq coming to live with us, so I wanted him on board with me, and I wasn't going to be, and I didn't want to be that, is it stepmom, half mum, stepmom. I didn't want to be that stepmom. I wanted to be that stepmom, and forget the step. I wanted to be the mum, and that so that helps. Yeah, so that helps me warming him in and him feeling relaxed. So I've talked about saying stepmom and all sorts. When we decided about what you were gonna call me, because obviously as I just said, I'm not mummy, I'm not auntie, I'm not friend. I don't know. Okay, let me see if Tariq remembers I know how we said it, how we created the name. I might try and find the link and put it up. How did we decide the name? Give my fan. By the way, it's quite hot, so if you hear a bit of a buzzing sound, it's the this. We're quite hot, so but I hope it doesn't tarnish the sound. But we're hot. Anyway, go on. Do you remember?
I don't remember the names, like the different names we came up with.
But do you remember the scenario? Yeah. Okay, let me hear you.
So, got into the house now, hi, stuff like that. And then you're like, oh, I'm gonna pick up your brothers, do you wanna come? I was like, yeah, cool. Then we went, got into the car now, and then I think I said, oh, what do I call you? And then we came up with like different ideas, and then like Mum T was born, but we had to go through different ideas, like, oh, how about this, how about that? Because you're not my aunt, you're not my mum, but you know, so we came up with that name.
I've just also remembered, Tariq's obviously watched the other videos, so he's probably remembered what I said from those videos. So here's me thinking, oh my god, he actually remembered how it happened.
I
No, Tariq, you've obviously watched the videos.
No, because like that was a big thing for me, you know. You know what it is, yeah. Like when important things happen in your life, yeah, it's like a snapshot in your brain. So I remember very important things that happened. Like that was important, so I remember that.
I'll tell your dad that you remember very important things, because there's many things that he doesn't remember, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, so yeah, he's right. So we did that drive, and we agreed to call Mummy T. And for me, jokes apart, I think it's an honor for Tariq to call me Mummy T. This is the thing, you can't, do you know what, yeah? I even decided I wasn't going to give him any props in this video, because that's exactly the kind of thing. Come forward with your black self. That's exactly the kind of thing I expect him to do. So I'm not giving any more props in this video. So I'm going to stop this right here, right now. Only reason being is I want you to stay tuned and watch the second part of this interview that I put out next week. God bless. Say bye then. Stay you, stay awesome, stay peace everyone.
Cheers, come on.